spelling date wrong, then yeah, that's I'm fucking got it wrong somewhere. Autofill, auto-4 even. Buy it again, actually I wanna channel.
Okie dokie, let's see what we've got settings wise. Auto 720, it's going to Auto 720 this time, thank you, Susan. Stream it up.
I'm gonna spend like 200 quid on this thing as well.
Yeah, no,
find
that's
it
the downside, I would say. So the
okay. For orders, yeah, go onto my order, bring up my order. I can't ask for a refund or anything like that because it's been...
You need to contact Amazon directly.
Oh, hang on, what's that? Returns and orders. Hang on. Returns and orders. Autofill. Right, review. Maybe I'll contact them directly.
Email, if you email Amazon directly, and then give them like your order number. Isn't there not a contact us bit or something in there? I can't remember how I did it. I've done it before on a couple of things. Alright, are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready?
Yes, yeah, 3 times, mate.
Yeah, well, maybe if you actually spoken to your mic.
I did. I said yeah, 3 times.
No, it didn't come through. You obviously had
customer service. Customer service. Returns and refunds. Aha, order number.
Look, I've told you many times you can't return Lexi, okay? You chose it. You chose her.
No, technically, mate, you fucked it up.
Me?
Yeah.
How?
Because you picked a girl over me. It's disgusting.
Hey, look. Sorry, mate. That's what happens when you knock someone up.
Welcome to the stream.
Hello everybody, welcome to Rapid Pixel Racing Round 8 for the Monaco Grand Prix.
Shut up, was you just live?
100%.
Oh, fuck's sake.
Right, it just all adds to our flavour, all adds to a bit of the flavour that we give the commentating.
Yeah,
anyway,
they kill you.
Because she watches my streams, so I'll be safe forever. Anyway, I am your host tonight, DXT Nevo, and with me is DXT Hobo. How are you, my friend?
I'm doing well, how are you?
Yeah, all good, all good. We'll quickly just put on all the stuff we need to see. And then we will, let's see, if anyone that's watching the stream, if you could give me a quick weather update, that would be fantastic. And we'll just jump on board Johnny Stokes here. Let's see what he's going to do. We'll do a quick rundown of the Constructors and the Drivers' Championships before qualifying fully takes place. So, currently in the Drivers' standing, we have first place, RPR Chubb in the Aston Martin on 115 points. Second, we have Johnny Stokes in the McLaren on 103 points. Third, we have Moyland in the Alpine on 90 points. Fourth, we've got Scotty Harris in the Red Bull on 77 points. Fifth, we've got Avi in the Mercedes on 56 points. Sixth place, we've got McDutchface in the McLaren on 55 points. Seventh place, we've got Al Jadifa in the Alpha Tauri on 54 points. So those four actually really close there. Eighth place, we've got Erez Hamiz Rashi in the Mercedes on 28 points. Ninth, we've got Womax in the Ferrari on 14 points. And 10th, we've got Rob Sim Racer in the Williams on 11 points. 11th, we've got Motti Peretz in the other Ferrari on 10 points. 12th, we've got Lewis Williams in the Williams, funnily enough, on 9 points. 13th, we've got Neles in the Aston Martin on 8 points. 14th, we've got El Stefano in the Alpine on 6 points. 15th, we've got 3 Sync in the Alfa Romeo on 4 points, and 16th we've got IRS Bonesma in the Red Bull on 2 points, and then joint 17th, bringing up the 4 bottom places, we've got Booker Bronco, Hud Sojo, Carl Frood, and Speedy, number 25. So that is the constructor standings right now. Let's quickly jump on to the... sorry, that was the drivers. Let's jump on to the constructors. First place we've got McLaren on 158 points. Second we've got Aston Martin on 123 points. Third place we've got Red Bull on 105 points. Fourth place we've got Alpine on 96 points. Fifth place we've got Mercedes on 84 points. Sixth place we've got AlphaTauri on 54 points. Seventh we've got Alfa Romeo on 41 points. Eighth place we've got Ferrari on 24 points. Ninth place we've got Williams on 20 points. And bringing up the rear we've got the Haas on 10 points. So that was the drivers and the constructors, and here we are currently sitting on board Johnny Stokes. Let's see what he's got. Moylan says fully dry, so does Speedy. Thank you both for the weather update. How are you guys doing? Hopefully your race goes well. So let's have a little look, see, because I've got a little something special coming up. So we've got Johnny Stokes coming through Tabak, going through the pool section. Just about to enter Raskas, and then the Noogs corner, I think it's pronounced. And here he comes now, crossing the line. James Owl set a 113.8, and Johnny Stokes sets a 111.2. So, not too shabby a time from Johnny there, and I reckon there's a bit more pace in James's time as well. Lewis Williams currently out now. Here he comes, coming through the Nouvelle chicane, down to Tabac. Round the corner, coming through the pool section. Here he comes now, nicely cut that corner. Ooh, looking quite nice from Lewis today. Here he comes now through Raskas. Round the final corner. And full pelt straight down to the line. What's he going to do? We have him set a 114.7 there, so fairly tidy lap between Lewis, him and his teammate Rob, very close there, both on 114, split by 0.2 of a second. Erez popped up in the second and all that on a 113.1. McDutch face a 130 on intermediates. Obviously just, I don't know, testing how quickly they'll heat up maybe, who knows.
It's Monaco, it's best to get a banker lap in.
That's true. Maybe he just feels better. Maybe, I don't know, either this is some kind of UI bug or he just generally just thinks, sack it, why not? But hey.
Could be. And Moylan's about to start his lap, I believe, as he's going around the final corner now. He's on intermediates, obviously, knowing that he's actually no point really watching him.
Hang on, this is weird. Everyone said it's fully dry and then people are going out on intermediates. What's this about? Hey?
Well, we found this out last time. Basically, there's only 15 drivers, right? Everyone's going through.
Oh yeah, I suppose.
So they're just saving a set of tyres. That's all they're doing.
Yeah, I suppose it makes sense, doesn't it? Give himself an extra set of tyres for next. Well, you kind of limited, obviously, but for the race, get an extra set. So James Owl there, popping up into second place on a 112.6. So Lewis Williams 112.8 there, up into third. So we've got some improving to do for some people here, but again, as Hobo stated, only the 15 drivers, so the Q1 is irrelevant in a sense, but it's still nice to see what people are going to do. We've got Jerosh here coming through Anthony Nogues, running down to the line. Set of mediums, sets out 114.8, so actually quite a nice time on the mediums, to be fair. Not too shabby at all. So we're gonna have to wait and see how this Q1 kind of pans out, I think, Hobo.
Yeah, as long as they get round, they set a lap, they're through, basically.
Yeah, and I think that's literally what they are doing here. So, right, let's have a little look. See.
So while we're watching them go around, Monaco's obviously one of our favourite tracks of all time.
This is probably the worst track to commentate on and even race on, to be completely honest with you. People that like this track are absolute psychopaths. Like, I'm talking like Jeffrey Dahmer type psychopaths. Speedy coming round, about to enter Raskas. Slows down, slows right down, but he's on his outlap, so it doesn't even matter. Here he comes, looking smart on the old the Alfa Romeo, sorry, with those red-rimmed, red-walled tyres, I should say, on the softs. So let's see what Speedy can do. Let's go on board here. He's just gone through Sandavot, coming up by Rivage right now. See what he's going to do. Coming through Massenet. And through Casino, oh, really wide, oh, keeps it out of the wall here. All the one on the run down here to Mirabeau. And then through the Grand Hotel hairpin, I like to call it. Coming through Portier. Al Jadifa stopped there. Oh, a bit early on the throttle there for Speedy. Coming now through the tunnel on his way down to the Nouvelle Chicane. People are out of his way. That's very nicely done here. Slows down way too deep there. Cuts the corner, invalidates. What a waste of our time, Joe. No, I'm joking. That's unlucky there. Very easy to do round here. And obviously, there has been an update, which apparently has obviously changed the driving style a little bit. So people might be getting a little bit caught out by how this is actually, how the cars are driving now. So we'll have to wait and see. While that's all been going on, Johnny Stokes has gone done a 110.6. Cementing his place up the top there. I don't think we're going to see anyone like Moylan and McDutchface even come out again. El Stefano will do a cheeky little banker lap on the intermediates and then not do much else. Motti Peretz is in the pit. Geros shift. Is he going quicker? He does. 2/10 quicker, 114.1 there on the medium tyres. Just getting a few laps in. Warming himself up. So it's looking quite nice so far. Booker Bronco on his out lap now, just coming through Rascasse and whatnot. So here he comes down. Oh, clips the wall there. That's surely got to give him damage. But he's trying to start a fast lap here. Let's hope nothing was wrong with that. On his way down the straight into Saint-Devote. Very calm through there. I have a feeling he may have a little bit of wing damage.
Yeah, so
nothing.
Stefano setting at 145. So yeah, definitely.
Yeah, the inters. Yeah. Okay, so Booker Bronco now. Through Massenet, through Casino, coming down to Mirabeau. And here he comes out through the hairpin, or round the hairpin I should say. And then through Portier. Now he's entered the tunnel. The sound from this tunnel in the old days with like the V10s and stuff was beautiful. Now it's not so much. Coming through the Nouvelle Chicane, going very deep here, cut it, invalidated. I think that's going to be happening quite often, I would say. And there's a yellow insect, okay, that doesn't matter. That's just someone letting someone through. I think it's Al Jadifa, who's actually into the wall here. But it's all gravy. Doesn't matter too much. Anyone else out on an actual lap? Booker Bronco's obviously, but he's invalidated. El Stefano there. Scotty Harris in the pits on some intermediates. Avi's on an outlap. Okay. Let's jump on board with Avi then, because Avi's on an outlap, going to start a new one. So we'll watch him go round. Oops. That's okay, she just knocked stuff onto my keyboard. So anybody in the chat, who do you reckon is going to win today's race? Obviously, the qualifying is very, very important round here, but who do you reckon is going to win, Obo?
You know what? It could be down to anyone. Let's have a look. Obviously, Monty still hasn't managed. Monty. Moylan still hasn't got round a race without spinning, so I don't hold up much hope out for this track. Who we got? We've got no. Oh, Scotty Harris in the pits hasn't come out yet, but obviously, definite one to watch out for as he's out the pits now. And then we have obviously got Johnny Stokes as well, one of his closest rivals. But yeah, do you know what? Anything can happen in this race. This is a race that you can see any winner. All you got to do is really keep out the wall and survive the race.
Yeah, I mean, obviously there's such an easy chance to crash around here as well. You're so close to the barriers. Anything could happen at any moment around this track. Yeah. Moylan said that you were right about saving the softs. Yeah, okay, that's cool. You're actually right about something, Hobo.
What?
You're actually right about something. That Moylan was an intermediate to save softs. You got a question right. That's the first question he's ever got right in his life. Jerry Balzac reckons James out for the win. It's possible. James had a quite good. I don't know how he fared last week because I missed it, but the week before, I think it was his first race here. He fared pretty well, looking like he's relatively on the pace. Moylan says whoever has 4 wheels left, he reckons is going to win. I mean, that's quite a fair shout, to be honest. It's quite a fair shout. Avi looking a bit snaky there, but he is on the intermediates again, everyone. So many people we're trying to save a set of softs. And then, Lawrence Chubb. Johnny will win only because I'm not racing, though. Okay, Chubb. I think, to be fair, actually, if you were here, you definitely definitely be up there, wouldn't you? Johnny's looking pretty quick right now, but a lot of the other quick racers have decided to go on inters, set the cheeky little banker lap. The only issue is now is that someone else has joined. Carl Frood's joined, and he's going to be in the softs, which means now one person could end up out the race. And at that moment in time, that person was looking like it'll be Booker Bronco, because he's actually retired and can't do any more laps. Whereas Motti Peretz could come out on a set of softs or even a set of inters and pit Booker Bronco.
It's very true, very, very true.
And then Taito Nation said Lewis was very, very quick in GP2. I mean, Lewis is looking pretty quick right now. I'm pretty sure Taito Nation is James Al. I'm pretty sure I remember that from VFL.
Yes, he is. Yeah, he's from VFL.
Yeah.
Apparently, so I was talking to him during the last race. Apparently, the VFL from the PlayStation side has gone under, and the Xbox side is still going.
Yeah, well, I mean, the PlayStation side, I'm pretty sure went down pretty soon after, not because of us, but when we left it. Obviously, loads of people were bailing and were obviously trying to make another league. So
yeah,
that's what you get when it's toxic. Anyway, El Stefano, do you think that will be enough for pole? El Stefano, I'm gonna say, if you believe you can achieve, my friend, I reckon the 145.2 round here is pretty solid, mate. I reckon you got it covered. We'll ignore all the other quicker times on the same tyre as yours, mate. 100%. 145.2 is the time to beat. Chubb, I'm not actually sure what happened to Booker. I'm not sure if I think he might have retired in the... I feel like he retired in the pit. I think he thought...
No, he crashed.
Did he actually crash?
I think he crashed. Yeah, I think he crashed.
I thought he just came into pits and thought Sackett is only 15, he'll be safe, but I didn't quite catch the old the crash there. But Carl Frood now...
I'm trying to sort out this chair issue, so like, I'll actually have to be on it still.
Well, leave that. You've got more important business to attend to. You can do that afterwards, can't you? The answer is yes, Hobo, you can.
I can what?
Leave the chair till later.
I really can't. Like, they've got, don't put it is right. So I have issues with chairs. Like because I lean to one side quite a lot because I'm sitting in them all the time, and they just seem to collapse to that side eventually. So I bought this really strong chair, ideally, for sitting in it for a long period of time, meant to be high quality, and it has a 3-year warranty as well. So, do you know what? It's got a 3-year warranty, and they're expected to break after 3 years. That's fine. I can get a new chair. 6 months, if that.
The problem is, he's got a booty like J-Lo.
What are we in now?
And his J-Lo booty just can't be contained. The chair's just given up.
But yeah, it's just it's unfortunate really, because I spent a lot of money on this chair as well for it to not work, be broken.
I mean, it's weird because my chair is maybe a couple months younger than yours, I would say.
Yeah.
And mine's fine, and I'm like much heavier than you. So
yeah,
you obviously, I told you, mate, it's just your J-Lo booty.
Just wiggle, mate. Wiggle.
James said invest in a Secret Lab. To be fair, Secret Lab, incredible chairs.
I was looking at Secret Lab, funny enough. Yeah. I was looking, but they just didn't look strong enough. And I don't know. I went for something that looks more stronger. And it does look, it's decent. But I had a fucking chair for 80 quid that my missus got me of Christmas, and that was fucking that lasted me years. That fucking chair.
Before I got this gaming chair last year, I had a desk chair that my nan and granddad got me from a yard sale about 12 years ago. And it lasted me all that time, and it's only gone recently. I used it at work for a bit, and it's only just gone now. But after 13 years for a $5, best chair I've ever had.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. Some chairs are built to last, mate.
When you got those juicy booties, mate, some chairs just can't. Can you take it? Right, so we are coming to the end now of Q1. As you see, Booker Bronco is going to be missing out as Carl Frood came in and spoiled his fun. Everyone that went out on the old intermediates is safe, so we're going to get through to Q2 soon, and then we can get down to see who's going to be going through to Q3. I wish the yellow flag thing would go away so I could actually see how long is left. So Motti is actually on the lap. Almost pointless lap, really. I mean, he has backed out of it, but
yeah. I said he might as well. It's just a bit of a funny one, really. I said if anyone other
7
than
seconds.
Yeah, well, after Brooker Bronco's not set a time because he crashed out during his lap, you know.
Yeah.
Bit of a shame. What I was curious to see though
I
is
thought
that
it was important.
El Stefano's higher. I don't know why El Stefano's higher than Speedy. And he's
because Speedy crashed out, I think. Or oh no, he must have got DQ'd then, right?
I don't know. I'm a bit confused.
He think it's greyed out, but he didn't say why.
Yeah.
We'll find out. I mean, if he's been disqualified, he might not be able to take part in the next session.
Have a look at incidents.
Well, no, but he
DNF.
So he DNF, so he crashed as well.
I think he'll be out on this session as well. He'll be out.
We'll wait and see. I can't remember how this game
Unless it's
works.
retirement in pits. I don't know. If it's retirement in
yeah,
pits, if he's actually crashed, then yeah.
El Stefano said he Speedy crashed, I think. So we could see.
Yeah,
so we could see Speedy out. He's not just out. He's out.
He's out.
Yeah. Just waiting for this now. So who are we actually waiting for? Absolutely no one. Wow, Motti Peretz's car to be fully in the pits. There we go. So that was the Q1 over and done with. Johnny Stokes taking the honours for that one. James Allen in second.
We'll be losing Speedy and Brooker Bronco.
Yes, so no Speedy, no Booker. So it's going to be a 14 guys shooting out for 10 positions here.
Speed to be unhappy with that, considering he's already got a time under his belt. He should have just took it easy and come into the pit.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what happened.
Yeah.
Unless he's got involved with Brooker Bronco, maybe, I don't know.
No, his was definitely after that. He must have obviously done it in his other lap. But hey, we'll have to just wait and see. It'll be interesting to see like when McDutchface, El Stefano, Scotty Harris, Moyland, and Avi all get onto the soft tyre or whatever they're gonna run. Will be nice to see what they can do.
Yeah.
I am still on this screen though. Has your screen progressed, Obo?
No.
Good. Not just me then.
Just gotta look for my e-liquid flavour while I am.
A flavour.
I've got them. I'm not gonna fill another one up though. Where's the other one?
Has this lobby crashed? Oh no, it's moving.
No, we're good.
I like to move it.
I like to
move it.
Physical liquid. Nice.
So
fantastic.
Booker Bronco ruined himself at Sandavot, so turn 1. So that's unfortunate. He said his car felt really good, and then wrecked himself turn 1. We've got Cohen saying good luck, James. So, yeah, good luck to James.
Check yourself before you wreck yourself.
We'll try and get on board with James, and he's going for an absolute stonker. Let's see what tyres they're going to go on for. Telemetry, we'll go for the whole shebang for quali. Got a few people coming out now. Who's the first out? I think it's
El Stefano.
El Stefano. In the Alpine. Okay. We've got James Al just coming out of the pits there. A few people wanting to see him. Woo. Who else we got coming out? Moyland as well, also in the Alpine. So it's the 2 Alpines out in front here. So let's see what they can do.
Where's Carl's partner? Where's Carl's girlfriend? Normally she's in the chat chatting away. What tune on today? Ran Monaco? Didn't fancy it.
The wind noise will be my fan. Sorry, Chubb. It's getting a bit toasty in here. I'll turn it off.
Alright, it's just the air going through his ears.
Whatever. Right. So Moyland second on the track. El Stefano currently first on the track.
He's going to let his teammates do most of it, and he is.
Joe said, "How does my lap get removed when I've set a lap?" Probably because in the long quali, if you DNF, you're out, mate. That's the issue.
Oh, there she is. Hi there. I need to know her first name, by the way, because I can't just keep calling you Mrs. Cole. Miss Cole. Yeah, so Cole's girlfriend. She writes in the chat when he's racing.
Okay.
Yeah, so Joe, obviously, this is a bit more like real life. You know, you crash out, you're kind of fucked. So if you crash out in Q3 in real life, then you're not likely to make it into Q2.
Yeah. So that is why.
Lucky. Yeah, it is realistic. Yeah, you're right. It's very realistic. Very realistic.
So,
can't really complain. But the game's
I think
realistic.
Moylan's caught some cars at one of the worst possible times ever, coming through the hairpin. Looked like he just clipped the wall there, but he might have actually just kept it out there. But just coming through Portier here now, about to go through the tunnel. This actually isn't too bad. He could get a nice little slipstream.
Yeah, but Avi hasn't realised, I don't think.
We'll find out. Hopefully Avi moves out the way by the time that we get into the Nouvelle chicane. He does indeed. So here comes Moyland. Throws it through that hairpin now. That was a little bit naughty. As they're now coming up to back.
You've got to touch the brakes there.
Into the pool.
Touch the brakes there. Swimming pool
section.
Absolutely nailed it. Touched the wall tiny bit.
Clipped it into Raskas. And now let's see what he can do. Last corner. Straight down now to the line. What's Moylan got in the bag on the medium set of tyres? A 1:10.9. That's a bit of a saucy little time, that is. A little bit of a saucy time.
That's a ridiculous time. Well done.
Yeah. So that's nice. So let's... there's James on the softs, 1:12.3. Just getting on board there. Johnny Stokes. Who else is it to come across the line next? Scotty Harris has invalidated. Jaros is there. So
Carl, let's have a look at Carl. Carl's going round now. He's about to go round the last corner. As Carl goes round, no helmet as
here
always.
He comes.
Carl's a badass.
Yeah,
and he crosses the line.
1:14.8. So decent one. And we've got another fanboy of James Owl in here. That's 3 or 4 now.
That's a 1:14.6, so not much separates the two Alpha Towers right there.
Although medium tyres for Al Jadifa.
Erez 1:12.
Cole giving us a little bit of a little shake, shaking his boot.
Oh, is this someone got the way up in?
Yeah, I think everyone's okay so far. So who else have we got coming out? So Scotty Harris invalidated his last lap.
Rob's crossing the line, 1:13.7 for Rob Sim Racer in 4th place.
He could do better. Yeah, I definitely think there's more time for Carl. Yeah, Scotty on the mediums. He's going to have to, maybe, he might actually be able to go again. He has a 1:11.8 on those soft tyres. So once he gets a completely fresh set of boots on there, probably see him go a little bit quicker. I mean, Moylan's time of a 1:10.9. I mean, James isn't too far off.
That's safe. That's safe.
I think 1:10.9 is definitely safe. I think we're going to be looking at a 1:13-ish maybe for the cut-off. Maybe 1:13. We'll wait and see. Who's on that? Lewis was on that lap.
Obviously, when you crash out, your lap doesn't get removed. Yes, but you probably won't be. 9 times out of 10, you're not going to be competing in Q2. So it's realistic in that sense.
Yeah. I don't think the game could probably organise that well enough. I think it's probably easier to program to the fact that it just takes you to the bottom even with your time set and get you out the race rather than.
Technically, it's right because he would be.
Well, yeah.
If he was in this race, he'd be 15th. Because as I said, if you crashed out during Q3, you're in 15th. You crash out during this, you're in 14th. So technically, the game is right in what it's doing because. It's hard, because I don't know. Yeah, because technically he'd have gone through, right?
Sector 3, I think that's someone going slow. I think that's McDutchface going a little bit slow, getting ready to start his lap. And Jeros looks like he's retired in the pits there. I can't see any red dot. Yeah, he must have. So anyway, let's go on board with Lewis Williams as he comes down. Sandavot here. And then coming up by Rivage.
You can
through Massenet.
Carl's partner said he can do better.
Round
Mrs.
Casino.
Cole says he can do better.
Yeah, I saw that, Mrs. Cole saying that. Here we go, through Mirabeau.
Are you on board with?
I am currently on board with Lewis Williams. In the Williams.
I was on board with Dutch Face, just ahead, just going through a tunnel.
We go through Portier for Williams. Now coming through the tunnel, on his way down to the Nouvelle chicane. Let's see how he navigates this. Nice and early, slows it down. Oh, and he's invalidated, turning a little bit too swiftly there. So he's going to have to slow down and go. Coming through the swimming pool section. Now. Here he comes, coming up to Raskas.
He invalidated there.
Yeah, that was a very tidy cut there. And here he comes now.
Bit slow out of that. Bit slow. Oh, he's still going.
I thought he was about to. No! Calm down, much Duckface. Calm down. 1:14.1, plenty more time.
He's a lot of time.
Yeah, he lost a lot of time doing that. That's pretty savage.
Again. El Stefano's invalidated as well, so let's stay on board with who else is on the out lap. Scotty's started his lap now. Johnny Stokes is on an out lap, he's a bit far away, so the next one to cross the line, I think will be Lewis.
Lewis Williams actually currently going round, coming down to Mirabeau now. So, obviously on his...
says, if you get through in 8th or something, but you can't compete in Q2, you'd still be in 15th. Yes, you would, yeah, because obviously you've got through to Q2, but you haven't secured your position, have you? So yeah, you would have been in 15th. Naturally.
Yeah.
I think it works the same everywhere. I think maybe it's not for this one. So if you basically say now, if you qualify, technically it'd be worse here, because say if you're El Stefano, for example, you qualify in the top 10 and then you crash out, it would put you 14th. So it's only worked because we've only got a limited number of drivers. Otherwise, yeah, he would have been screwed by a couple of places. But yeah, the game can't recognise that. Yes, you've gone faster. Yeah, I'll put you into Q1, but you can't compete, or to Q3, but you can't compete.
Yeah. So here we go, Lewis Williams now, 1:13.1, so up to 5th position. So I reckon that's a relatively safe time. Scotty Harris said doing a 1:12 flat on those medium tyres. So the only person, there's a couple of people maybe slightly out of sync in terms of tyres, which is James and Erez, just because they've done their laps on the soft tyres. But again, this is just what they'll be starting the race on.
Now crossing the line.
What are you going to do on those medium tyres? 1:10.6 slaps Moyland in the face.
El Stefano admitting that went 1:15.2. That put it down into 12th because of Johnny Stokes' lap. And then Monty about to cross the line.
8th place for Monty. 1:13.3. So it's getting pretty close. I mean, I was thinking about 1:13ish for the cutoff, but I have a feeling. I mean, obviously Lewis Williams there on the 1:13.1 on the mediums. It could be a little bit slower than the 1:13. I said. But we'll wait and see.
Now,
bit of time left.
Everyone that's done a sub 1:12 is safe, in my eyes. So.
Oh, 100%. Everyone that's in the 1:12s is safe. Erez is safe. I even kind of think Lewis Williams is safe, to be honest with you. Unless some other people that are on the mediums. Unless, McDutch Face could move up.
Yeah, definitely can move up. Carl could definitely move up.
Carl can move up, but again, it depends what they decide to go for. If they go for softs, or Carl's there.
Carl's crashed.
Yeah, that was unfortunate there, coming through just before Portier, clipping the barrier, and now he's coming through the tunnel. Be super careful. As he does, he backs off. Yeah, big time. As it's needed, because you just clip stuff on this game and it's done. And Motti Peretz there has crashed out of the race, coming up through Paul.
Oh.
That's so unfortunate for Peretz.
This is what I'm saying now. So if it ends like this now, then I think
might be able to see it.
He's going to stay
so
there.
He's coming through here. Oh, and he's gone straight on. He's gone straight on into that wall, so he's gone in there way too hot. That's unfortunate. That is unfortunate.
Yeah, I believe Motti will stay where he is now, because...
Yeah, Motti should stay there unless he gets beaten. Yeah.
I'm not too sure why it did knock Joe down. Like, technically it shouldn't have done. But then again, I think because... I don't know, actually. I'm not too sure. Because surely it won't let Motti go through. I don't know. It's a question. I'm not too sure.
Unless he gets beaten, I think he'll stay there. But I think it differs because if you go out in Q3, then there's technically 2 sessions that you can't compete in. So then it's take someone out of it, but for this top 10, technically take someone out of it, but it's a weird how it works actually. It is kind of weird.
Yeah, it's very strange.
But it can just go down to a top 9 shootout. But also because they've locked in their ties to start on as well, I guess. But then it's kind of irrelevant if you win it. But anyway. So El Stefano trying to do a few minutes left now, 3 minutes, 12 seconds. Let's see who can improve. McDutch Faces on an outlap. Pretty much everyone's on an outlap. We've got James out here. I think McDutch Face is going to be the first to cross. So let's jump on board.
It would have been Rob, but Rob's kept the wall, so I believe he'll come in straight to the paint and maybe just try again.
Yeah, so we'll stay on board here with McDutch Face and see what he can do. Now he needs a decent lap on the soft tyres. Maybe not what he wanted.
Oh god, don't stop.
But
hasn't. At the back. I think it's just getting out of the way.
I think that's I think that's all good. So here we go. What can McDutch Face do? Has got this lap and probably this lap only, unless he goes around straight again afterwards to get himself into the top 10. So here we go into Sandoval, up Beau Rivage, coming through Massenet.
You're gonna do the famous quote into as the race start.
What famous quote?
Heroics and in Sandoval.
Probably not. Probably not. What do you mean? Because I'm all about doing my own thing, mate. A free spirit. That was very nice there from Portier.
I've noticed that if you go past Portier, you see on the sign it's got Merci Nicky. Very nice touch from Codemasters.
Yeah, very class. And through the Nouvelle Chicane now, on his way down to Tabac. Through Tabac. Oh, that corner is an absolute pig as he's coming through the swimming pool section. Always just understeers you out wide. But here he comes now up to Raskas.
Very nicely done. I do believe that they say that they've improved the handling. They haven't improved it that much because that's normally a flat out corner.
12.8 there, so he does manage to get himself up. But that makes... Hang on a second.
What?
Why is Motti still...
Oh!
What?
Why is Motti still in 10th? Hang on.
I'm so confuzzled right now.
Hang on, I'm watching it cross the line. What's happened there? Motti's still in 10th.
Motti's still in 10th, and he shouldn't be. Jeros?
Who's pushed it?
Jeros. Jeros has crashed out.
Robson Race has gone pushed.
No, look, Jeros is out. But I thought he was out earlier on. Or has he just gone out? I think Jeros has gone out.
No, what it is, there's a mistake on this game. So Robson Racer actually sets a slower time. Set this time. Robson hasn't gone faster than this. And for some reason he was put above Motti.
Okay.
In the standards. So that's what it's just real. So I'm not too sure why it's done that though. That must be a little bit of a glitch from Codemasters, I think.
Yeah. For Motti is faster than Rob, so yeah, we get that. It was just that because originally Motti was in 10th anyway, and then he got beaten by someone who was behind him, which is what's throwing us off.
So
but obviously,
what it's done is it's just recorrected itself.
Yeah, the game's fixed itself. But Rob is actually on the lap now, currently almost 2 tenths up on his time. So let's see what we can do.
El Stefano about to cross the line now. He's going round the final chicane.
Heading through Portier. Coming through the tunnel now for Rob.
El Stefano goes slower.
He's got this one. He's got this one moment. Is he going to capture it, or just let it slip?
It
looks like he clipped the wall. Oh, this could cost him big time. What does he need to be? He needs to be at 113.3. His last time was 113.7, and he's now half a second down. That little skim coming through the Nouvelle Chicane has absolutely ruined, I think, his chances of improving.
Across the line, and he's going to go.
Oh, he goes 11th. Not quite enough here. And Rob, after that little clip, is not going. Is he? Oh, 113.6. Does improve though. Does improve though. If he had actually not messed up the Nouvelle Chicane, we could be seeing Motti there being pushed out of the top 10. That's unfortunate.
No, this is what we're going to see now. Are we going to have 9 drivers? I believe we should have 9 drivers.
It should.
And
yeah,
I think
yeah.
if we don't have 9 drivers, Speedy's gonna be very, very frustrated.
Joe will be fuming. He'll be fuming. But I think it should be like that. It will be like that.
Well, there we go. We have 9 drivers. Are you sure? Because the game also had someone that was slower, but in front of someone that was faster. And yes, we do. We have 9 drivers. There we go.
Here we go.
So we will be saying goodbye to Motti.
We will. So getting through to the top 10 shootout, or technically top 9 shootout now, we have Johnny Stokes, Moylan, Scotty Harris, James Al, Avi, Erez, McDutchface, Lewis Williams and Al Jadifa, with obviously Motti Peretz not taking part because of his little prang into the wall, and losing out is Carl Frood, Robson Racer, El Stefano and Jeros. So unfortunate for those guys, especially Motti, creeping in but not making it through. Carl could have been in the top 10 but he messed up. Yeah, no, Carl could have. Yeah.
You gotta have words with him, I think, Mrs. Carl.
Yeah, follow. We know Motti's correct in the position, but it was because Motti was in 10th behind Robson Racer at the time, and then McDutchface was also behind Motti and Rob, and then McDutchface improved into the top 10, and it didn't fix. And then it fixed itself.
Motti down.
And but then it fixed. But Motti should have been in front at that time when he wasn't. But yeah, so that's all.
Yeah. It was very confusing because we assumed that obviously we didn't look at the times. We just saw Robson Racer above Motti. But yeah, it's must be a little error with the game. Not entirely sure why I did that. When you DNF in Q2, but you're still within the fastest 10, the game will set you 10th. Apparently, okay. That's it, big one. Because he wouldn't be able to set a time in Q3. Yeah, this is what we said earlier about the issue we had. Yeah.
Huh? No, he shouldn't. What? I think the bits that we're talking about are getting slightly messed up here, because we were talking about a point much before Follow started speaking.
There is a delay, isn't there? That's probably what it is. There's a bit of a delay.
Well, yeah,
So
the delay probably doesn't help.
The same thing.
But yeah, it has worked out correctly in the end. But at the time, we were just surprised because of the slight mess up on the order there. But here we have now the top 9 shootout.
Yeah, so obviously we're fully aware, obviously, about why he's not in the top 10. Because we didn't see the time. We just saw obviously Robson Racer above Motti. We assumed that obviously Motti will be knocked down.
But then it fixed itself when McDutchface crossed the line.
I think maybe what Farlow's saying is that because he was within the top 10 times, the game put him in 10th for that reason. But then again, that didn't happen before with. It's just the way the game worked. It worked out fine. It's done it right.
Yeah, it's worked out correctly.
The way it's done it, the way it's done it, it's just added a bit of confusion to us. That was all. Yeah, it's confusing us as well.
The game just can't be normal. It would have been fine if it didn't do mess up Speedy.
They kept it in the right.
It's because it messed up Speedy previously, and then it was like okay, and then it put him down to 10th. Even though, it's just a weird situation, but it's all good.
They kept him in the right order and put Rob behind Motti like it should have been in the first place. So Motti was technically in 9th and not 10th, then there would be no issue. But because the game put him in 10th, it's just caused us confusion.
It's put him into 10th too early, really, basically.
Basically.
It makes sense.
Match fixing.
That's it. So here we go. Scotty Harris here, coming through Saint Devot, doing his fast lap. Let's see what gets some stuff going on.
Who's the first one in the line?
Coming up now to Massenet. Oh, a little bit wide on the entry, but cuts it back now. Ooh, almost hit the wall through Casino. Here he comes now. Coming down through the hairpin.
Absolutely nicely. My touch face, I will DNF within 5 laps.
Here you go, through Porche now for Scotty. Not the tidiest lap I've seen Scotty manage to do, but he's still getting on with the job. He knows what he's got to do, knows that there's still plenty of time. Coming down now to the Nouvelle Chicane. Nice little cut there from Scott. 10.1 from Moyland. Filth, absolute filth. And Scotty now coming through the swimming pool section. Just here he
Johnny
comes
Stokes
on his
110.5.
way. Oh, nice little cut there through Raskas for Scotty.
Avi 110.999.
Oh.
Erez about to cross the line. He's going to get a nice little drag.
Here we come. Scotty's coming across the line. It's going to be a 1:11.2 there. Not the best lap from Scotty though. He knows he can improve. I reckon he could probably gain about half a second after that lap. So maybe even a bit more. But definitely some more time for Scotty to be had. James Howe on a 1:11.281 gets himself into 5th. Erez on a 1:12.7, currently sitting in 6th. And now here we go. Lewis Williams coming through Raskas.
Al-Jadid crossing the line.
1:13.8.
1:13.
Just getting a few bankers in, I think, from some people here. So let's see what Lewis is going to do. It's going to be a 1:13.1. So current 7th, Pippin Al-Jadid for there. And Dutch Face is still in the pits.
Yeah, pretty much. I think Stokes is going around again because he looks like he's on an absolute flyer right now.
Well, he's coming through Raskas. Let's see what he's going to do. He is going for it again. See if it's had a better lap. Is it going to be enough to get provisional pole? 1:10.2 does improve. Almost 4/10 of a second he improved by, and still not quite enough there to pit Moylan. But Johnny must know now with the fresh set of boots, it's completely on. The pole position race is on between Moylan and Johnny Stokes currently. Avi 1:10.9 in 3rd. Scott Harris on a 1:11.2 in 4th. But again, not the best of laps from Scott. He looked a little bit ragged. But I mean, I think most laps around Monaco do. James Alputty got a bit of extra time in him as well on the 1:11.2. Then we got Erez
on a lap at the moment. He's 3 times up, so he's stayed out.
Oh, that's gonna again. How what? I thought was well expected. Yeah, I was well expecting. He almost jumped it. I thought that was going to be an invalidation there, but keeps it cool. Lewis has let's hope he's not lost too much time. Nice and easy through that last corner there, but he has lost too much time, I reckon. Is he going to improve?
Faster.
He has 1:12.8. Still 3/10. Could you imagine if he didn't mess up that last sector?
Yeah,
he would have definitely been up there. He would have definitely beaten Erez there. So,
his Aston Martin safety car, which is what we were crying out for in this update. We didn't care about the fucking fact that the fourth pimmer doesn't work. No, we wanted a green safety car. Yeah,
no one cares about the broken game. No. As long as we get that green Aston Martin going around, it fixes everything.
Don't about the broken game.
That's it.
It's fine. We don't need the all 3 new tracks. We want one in a month. That's ridiculous. Come on, man. This track is just so difficult on a controller, mate. This track is just difficult.
This track is just AIDS. Full stop, man.
It makes it easier. I won't lie. Like I said, going around, for example, this hairpin up I'm looking at now, obviously, it's so much easier on the wheel. I'm not going to, but...
I can kind of agree. It depends how confident you are, though, I suppose. I prefer it still on the controller, but 10 years on a controller compared to, like, a few months on the wheel is obviously a big difference.
Obviously, the other thing as well is, like... you get better traction off of the controller, which I think is the problem with the game. I think they should be identical. They should be identical, or it should benefit you to have a wheel. They should be wanting to sell wheels.
Well, it depends what way they go, though, right? Because if they want to be a racing sim, then in theory, yeah. But if they make it a bit arcadey, like I guess it kind of is in a sense, then the controller still has to be viable. As we have Moylan here starting his probably final fast lap. He might be able to get another one if he goes straight again, but coming through Sandavot now up by Rivage. Let's see what Moylan can do. Let's keep an eye on the sector times here. Coming through Massenet. Through Casino.
See that green safety car.
Oh, he's clipped the wall!
My safety car. Oh, he has.
I think he's alright though. He's still going. He just lost a bit of a wing, I think.
He's pulled out.
Yeah, no, he's still pulled out, but he didn't lose a wheel or anything, so he can still carry on.
Dutch Face has invalidated it behind him.
So... Avi now. Avi will be the person to watch. By looks of things, let's see what he can do. 1:10.9 to beat for him.
Lovely.
Yeah, all the way down now.
Yeah, by looks of it, he's definitely on a controller because you can see his.
You can usually see by the wheel.
The wheel is looking fairly smooth actually. But I don't know. Let's have a look. So it looks like it might just be a
Avi coming through the tunnel. Nouvelle chicane for good measure. Takes it rather nicely there by the looks of things. Gets it through. Coming down on the run to the back. And then into the swimming pool section.
That shouldn't be a braking zone. I'm sorry, that shouldn't be a braking zone.
It shouldn't be, but it is in this game, unfortunately. Look at the cut you can do around here, man. That's absolute filth, but here he goes now.
Yeah, I think he's on a wheel by looks of his movements.
And crosses the line to do a 1. Oh, 110.9.
Do you know what?
Who?
I thought exactly the same thing. Like, I was going to say something about how impressed I am that you know all the corner names. But
mate.
then again, it's Monaco, man.
No, it's not. I hate Monaco. I've literally just up in my game a little bit just for corner names. By knowing some corner names.
Again.
Yeah, this. He might have to just quickly. Is he going to have enough time? I don't think he's going to.
Yeah, he'll have time.
He'll have enough time to go again,
James
but I don't think he'll have enough time.
James got Formula 4s, so he's coming to
the
pits.
See, James, I think James will be able to get in and out okay. I don't think McDutchface, where's McDutchface? Coming through the tunnel? He won't be able to get in and out in time. It holds him for too long. Al Jadifa now currently out. Let's see what Al Jadifa could do. Let's jump on board with this AlphaTauri right now. Let's see what he's got in the locker. And he's clipped it going through the hairpin now. So that's going to put him off. So that's probably going to end up being slower. What is Johnny Stokes doing? Here we go. Coming up Beau Rivage through Matinee down into Casino. Nicely done there, actually. That was really nicely done from Johnny. As he's coming down through Mirabeau, down into the hairpin.
Does that very nicely as well.
Here we go. Down, coming through Portier. Oh, yeah, Johnny is. Coming down through the tunnel now. Let's check this next sector time if we can. Coming down into the Nouvelle Chicane. And on the run down now to back before the swimming pool section. Sector time should tell us in a second. He's slightly down. And he's a really good final sector here. What a lovely throw in that is on the way down to Raskas now. That was actually really nice from Johnny. That's actually
that was very
lovely
nice.
on the eyes. Sector. It was,
and
was on the run down to line though. He was though, but he doesn't need much to improve if he's nailed that sector. No, 110.177. That could.
Crash! Avi's crashed. Avi's lost it.
Avi has lost it now, and he's lost
Nouvelle
it.
Chicane.
Nouvelle Chicane, very easy to do, but luckily he's well out of the way actually, and he's got enough time. Everyone's so slow through there. So let's have a little look see. So Moylan's on an outlap. He's coming round. He's actually gone past Avi, and then we've got McDutchface as well, who's actually was on a lap. So he's going to have to back off.
Extreme nice here at the swimming pool.
Yeah, so here we come on the run down now to Raskas. Can Scotty bump himself above Avi, because Avi's time is pretty much gone now, and I'm not sure if it depends if he picked up damage or not, I suppose. On the run down now, what's Scotty going to do? It's going to be a 111.0 to get himself up into 4th position there. Well, stay in 4th, I should say. Didn't quite get enough to beat Avi, so is he just going to go for it again? We'll have to wait and see. I reckon he's feeling it. James Al's on his outlap. Let's, for all the James Al fans, let's stay on board. Let's do a run. 1 lap on board with James Al here. Let's see what James Al's got in his locker. Let's watch him down the straight now.
I think Erez has pulled out
on the run to Sandoval. Nicely turned in there. Front end goes round and the rear end follows round. Lovely up through Beau Rivage. Through Matinee now. Down into 4th. Easy on the throttle. Through Casino. On the run down now to Mirabeau.
Moylan's up, by the way, just to let you guys know. Moylan is up.
What an absolute savage. And here we go now, James. We'll keep an eye on the sector times as well. After this one.
So, 1/10 up so far.
And here we go down through Portier for James. Through the tunnel. It's going to be, what's it going to be, a 109 from Moylan.
Close, I think it will be a 109.
Let's have a look. 109.958 from Moylan. So, let's see now what James Al can do. I don't think anyone else can really do much against him either. If he improves, it could be it. But Johnny Stokes is up. 3/10 of a second up for James Al. That could get him to pip Scotty Harris here. Let's see, through into Raskas. Round the corner. Through Anthony Rogues. Here we come, down the straight now. What's James going to do? Is he going to go to 4th? 110.7, 3rd position. Half a second quicker there.
Johnny Stokes has lost sometimes, so he's going to see what he can do to go
through
the final.
Is he going to get anything? Wow, not quite. Just down there, so lovely lap time from Moylan. Great lap time from James there on his final lap.
I think
and Lewis, let's see what he can do now. Coming through the last corner, on the run down to the line. I don't think he's going to improve. Let's see though. No. Well, no, he did, just.
He lost it on the commercial ball.
It's unfortunate.
Got a bit towel happy.
So there we have it, everybody. This is going to be, well, your top 9 with Motti. So Motti will be 10th, we'll just clear that up. And we've got Moyland on pole. Second, we've got Johnny Stokes. Third, we've got James Al. Great final lap from James there. Avi we've in 4th position. Avi didn't actually manage to get another lap on after that little crash at Nouvelle. Scotty Harris in 5th. I still think Scotty could have done better. I don't think his laps were super clean. Definitely could have maybe got a... It could have been... It would have been close. Well, it was close anyway, but from 3rd, 4th and 5th. Erez in 6th. Lewis Williams, sorry, in 7th. You just see Lewis, man, it's just instantly like boff. Hamilton. But yeah, so...
Strange that my Dutch not stay at a time.
I think didn't he just keep him... Did he not just invalidate all the time?
Oh no, he invalidated his first 2.
He invalidated his first 2 and then probably thought, sat this, wasting tyres. So yeah, anyway, there we go. On pole position we got Moylan, 2nd Johnny Stokes, 3rd James Al, 4th Avi, 5th Scotty Harris, 6th Erez, 7th Lewis Williams, 8th Al Jadifa, and 9th place we have McDutchface, and the name you can't see in 10th is Motti Peretz, after crashing out in Q2, so it's getting interesting. What do you reckon is going to happen? Obviously, hard to overtake round here, but not impossible.
It is.
It's doable. It's hard, but not impossible.
Moyland finally put himself in a good position for the race. He needs to keep the car straight.
Yeah, he needs to keep it facing the way the track naturally runs.
But obviously, with this track, there's not many places where you can spin on traction. Like normally, it's just you lose it on crashing. Let's be honest. Yeah. So if he can keep it all together, you know, just keep himself composed, he'll be all right. Johnny Stokes, we know he's a decent racer. But like I said, we said it before, you could have this race finish with 4 drivers. You never know. Oh
yeah, anything can happen. There could be multiple safety cars. It's kind of ridiculous around here. I think if Moylan's not going to spin out, I think this is a track where it's probably his safest in terms of spinning out. I feel like you're so confined. Yeah. I mean, it's not. Don't get me wrong. It's not impossible. But I think this is his race where he might be a bit safer. But he's had some cracking races. Moylan's been very, very quick. Just had a few spins which have cost him wins and stuff. So, I mean, but it's not going to be easy for him. Johnny Stokes has kept him on his toes throughout this whole qualifying session here. Yeah. James Al's in there as well. Quick. I mean, to be fair, all the way down from Moylan, Johnny, James, Avi, and Scotty Harris. Anything could happen, really. You never know.
Yeah, it can. It's a shame we've not seen Bozeman, because Bozeman is another one.
Yeah, Bozeman's usually quite quick. But I mean, even like Speedy's all the way down there as well. McDutchface obviously validated twice, couldn't really get his lap in. Motti Peretz crashed out. El Stefano struggling on his pad, like he said. I think Rob could have probably done a bit quicker.
Yeah.
Even Carl could have gone. So many people have got to gone quicker. It's interesting, but that is how Formula 1 goes sometimes.
So, let's have a look at the tyre choices for everyone. So obviously we know the top 10 are kind of set in stone. Mediums for everyone from top 5. Erez has gone on softs. Yeah. Had to go on softs. Williams and Al Jadifa are mediums. Dutchface and Motti were put on softs. Carl chosen the hards. So interesting, the first choice he's gone for the hard tyres, which isn't a bad choice because they're taking it so difficult around here. And then everyone else behind has gone for mediums.
Yeah.
But normally that would be a bad call to go onto the hard tyres because you lose so much time. But on a track where you can't overtake, pretty good call.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, around here it's actually not too bad at all. Literally, like you said, just because of how hard it is to overtake, and it's quite easy. It's so easy to keep people behind you, even if you're so much slower. You really need to have a really good run on someone, or you need to wait for them to like be slow through the tunnel or something, so you can get them down going to the Nouvelle chicane. Other than that,
I mean, even that's difficult.
I mean, you can get people through Massenet though, because people take different lines. Some people go a bit wider. You can actually sling it up the inside on Massenet. So. It
just seems like every overtake opportunity here has got a massive risk behind it.
Oh, yeah, it's usually massive
tunnel.
risk.
But even then, if you don't,
the tunnel's different now, isn't it?
Exits,
yeah. It's very different. The tunnel. It used to be like the overtaking thing. Nah, it's too hard. It's too hard in these modern day Formula 1 cars. So here we go.
This game as well.
Well, yeah. I mean, this game doesn't help itself, to be honest.
Alright, so remember, guys, no heroics in Sandoval.
No heroics into Sandoval, please, guys. Okay. Looking at you, Johnny. Yeah, I see ya.
Wait for the last car to come.
Here we come now. 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights. And it's go at the Monaco Grand Prix. Great start from Moylan by looks of things. And I think James has got a cracking start up the inside of Johnny Stokes as well, and he has his into second place, and Scotty Harris jumps up past Avi into fourth.
Spin.
And who was that? That was Lewis Williams there spinning around. That's unfortunate, but doesn't look like he's got damage. At least nothing that's visual so far. So he could be alright. So great start from Moylan, retaining that first position. James Al, cracking start getting up the inside of Johnny Stokes. Johnny Stokes down to third. Scotty Harris gets past Avi off the line there.
Oh no. Wing damage for Carl. Carl's got no wing.
No.
Brooker Bronco.
Yeah, I see.
Again. And Williams has got in the way. It's got blocked by him.
Yeah, there's Booker. This is the only problem here. If you spin here, you literally block up the whole road. So, I mean, Lewis might be down 8, but he's gained a position now. It's unfortunate for Booker. Going to have to go nice and steady around this now. Maybe come in, I don't know. What do you reckon, set of hards?
This is what Carl didn't want, because he's on the set hards already.
Yeah, he's going to have to switch out for a set of mediums. Go straight on there. To be fair though, there is not much point in trying to do the universal cane with no wing. It's hard enough with full downforce, to be fair. So pretty smart from Carl there. Speedy's up 2 now, looking alright. Who else is fighting? Sector 2 here. That's Booker.
He's crashed.
Oh no.
That'd be a safety car. It's in tunnel.
Yeah. So he must. I guess with no wing, is he clipped the outside? Because you just can't get it round.
He's definitely bounced. He's definitely bounced.
That's unfortunate. McDutch Face, what's happened to McDutch Face here? Oh, he's in the pits. Okay. So we got. Wow. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So McDutch Face, Carl, Speedy all coming in. So Speedy needed a wing as well. Lewis.
I think probably with Lewis spinning, maybe he collected a few drivers.
It's possible.
Unintentionally. They've somehow cleared tunnel.
Yeah. The annoying thing with we actually just saw the Aston Martin car there. It looked really sexy. One thing that's annoying with this game is even if you get wing damage, sometimes it's not visible. Usually, like in the last game, you clipped your wing, you'd see it instantly. On this game, you need a lot more physical damage before you actually notice any sort of thing going on in the cars.
You can feel it, but you can't see it.
You can't see it. Yeah, it's kind of odd. So Johnny Stokes here is still pressuring James, but as we know, it's so hard to overtake here. It's going to have to be quite a fancy little move.
The way he's taken in Nouvelle Chicane, I think he's definitely got some damage.
Well, it looks okay through the swimming pool section, but again, you don't really know.
No, you don't.
DRS is now enabled. So Moylan out front, 2 seconds gap back to James now. Moylan's getting his foot down, trying to pull away. James has got Johnny all over him, but it's kind of like Hamilton Verstappen a couple years back. But again, not much Johnny can do going through here.
How'd you say his name? Jero?
I call him Jeros. I think it's Jero Shrif. Or Shrif, but we'll call him Jero.
Well, great move by Jero there. I do think there's got to be some sort of damage on that Alpine, because he's just not taking the corners as you would expect.
Yeah, I mean round here, even the smallest amount of wing damage is pretty severe. And here we still have Johnny Stokes chasing down James. Pretty much the closest gap on circuit right now, apart from Rob and El Stefano, pretty close actually. I think that could be more likely with how El Stefano is struggling.
It's Motti struggling. Motti's struggling ahead. I think Motti's got some damage now.
Motti as well, yeah, that gap's closed up between him and Jero, but so El Stefano races there. Motti, he made it through there though. Again, nothing visible, but that doesn't mean anything.
Something wrong with that car.
He is going a little bit slower. On those soft tyres as well, you're thinking they'd have quite a bit more grip over these mediums even right now. But again, nothing that can really be done. Jero there on the run down to Sandavot. Still can't. Again, you just can't do anything.
This is where he got El Stefano, but he hasn't got the run he needed.
Yeah.
It's not what he wants, but it's not like his
coming through Massenet in down into Casino. Nothing really you can do here. Is he going to have a cheeky little lunge up through Mirabeau? We've seen it happen a few times. Another yellow flag. Oh no.
Spun.
El Stefano's round, and he is going to be. Actually, well, yeah, it's such a. Oh no, he's done damage. Lewis. There goes Lewis, knocking off his wing. That's I tell you what though, Rob's got a bit of it. Looks like a missing end plate, and this is just a dodgy camera angle. No, yeah, missing an end plate. Yeah, front left end plate there. He's missing.
Oh, Jero got past. I missed that.
He has indeed. I think. Wow, look at the gap already. 5.6 seconds. So yeah, Motti's definitely suffering. And Johnny Stokes here now. Actually, a lot farther back from James than he was before. Doesn't look like he's got any damage though, so it might have just been a bit of a couple of dodgy corners. But has fallen into the clutches of Scott Harris a little bit. Scott Harris keeping it nice and clean after that good start, gaining a position, is hanging to the back of Johnny Stokes and pulling Avi along with him. Erez currently sitting in 6th, kind of in no man's land to be fair. Almost 6 seconds back from Avi and over 6 seconds in front of Al Jadifa. So Erez just enjoying the views from Monaco, probably waving to Kimi Raikkonen on his old yacht. Rob is in the pits and so is Motti. McDutchface is like, thank you, I'll take these positions.
Lewis is in and so is El Stefano as well. So definitely damage on all those cars.
Yeah.
Big shame. Not much Lewis can do, not much Stefano could do there. It's an awkward place to try and turn around.
Yeah. I genuinely think if you race Monaco there should be no damage. It's just savage otherwise.
It's what we race for, isn't it, I suppose? This is the argument between ghosting and no ghosting.
Yeah, but ghosting's a completely different kettle of fish.
Yeah, Moylan's currently on a world of his own right now. James is currently got a bit of a train behind him now.
Ghosting is off cone, yeah.
Is in a Red Bull sandwich.
Pretty much, yeah. Trying to get past James, but also being attacked by Scotty. Well done there, Lewis.
And
again, well played there. We got a yellow. That didn't look like much, Lewis, to be fair. Yeah, so Lewis been going slow.
Moved out the way as well. Another driver moved out the way there. Well done to him, whoever that was. I believe that was El Stefano.
Yeah, looks like it.
Or it was Carl or Rob, maybe?
El Stefano right up the back of Lewis as well, almost pushing him round the hairpin there.
These two are fighting it out like anything right now. And so El Stefano on the soft tyres, Lewis on the hards. Normally that's quite a big difference, but not anymore. Not around Monaco.
So
ghosting is off on most leagues, you see, because the fact that it's some people's natural reaction to avoid a spinning car anyway. And if you're racing, you're trying to make the race as realistic as possible, people on wheel and stuff. If it adds drama as well for us, but if there's a car spinning, you don't want to just go ploughing right through the middle of them.
Yeah, no, ghosting needs to be off, 100%. Or Johnny's so close to James, but struggling to be able to get just enough quick him. You have to be so much quicker than people around here to try and get past, but he's pushing him up by Rivage here. Through Massenet into Casino. James taking a, kind of defensive line, but a little bit of a wide line through Massenet. Is he going to go up the inside? Oh, I thought he was going to do a little lunge through Mirabeau there, but it's very, very risky through here. It could end up ruining two people's races. And I think James Al just holding up a little bit. I mean, it hasn't been the best lap. He's had a couple of little wide scenarios here, but all this is doing really is giving Moylan the chance to pull away. The gap now 4.4 seconds, and James Al doing exactly what he needs to. It's so hard to overtake. You don't even need to be quicker. He made the job. He got the job done.
Again as well.
Yes, yeah. What he's going to be catching back up.
Yeah, he's got his pace back again. He's chasing down Speedy, but Rob is again. He's like you said, he's so close behind them. You can't make an overtake. Gaz, welcome to the stream, buddy.
Welcome, Gaz, my friend. How are you doing?
I think here the idea maybe to do is an alternate strategy to make the overtake. I think that's what you can think of. But there's yellow flags. I think it's someone.
That is an Alpine. Is it El Stefano?
El Stefano.
Or is it William?
Wrong way.
He is. Oh no, he's going to block someone. And was that Geros? That was Geros, and he's collected Geros there. Again, this is one of the issues with Monaco. Anything like that happens, you're literally like, it's.
Yeah, but if he'd have waited, he'd have had loads more time to.
Yeah, he should have waited. Yeah, he should have waited, but it's unfortunate. It's done. It's done. Lawrence Chubb, Johnny needs to clear James ASAP, otherwise Moylan's going to run away with it. Yeah, I agree. I mean, Johnny's trying his hardest, but it's just not easy. Dixie Ferry, I was told you were trying to be.
Pits. That's really saved Geros there. Because I think we won't lose a place. Speedy's going to come around the final corner now. He should come out just in front of the Alfa Romeo.
Basically, Gaz, I know a few corner names, and people think I'm imitating you.
There we go. So
which is not the case. I just saw.
Joe's doing fairly well, on those hard tyres.
Yeah, no, he's 6 laps in on him. Obviously pitted early on, up to 9th now. Decent pace.
There's a little train forming behind him.
Yeah, there is. But again, it's so hard to overtake.
For, El Stefano is kind of stuck, but there's a lot. The leaders are all catching up as well to him now. That's the difficult part. You can see now Moylan is right in this traffic. James is approaching the back of Carl, so Carl will have to yield at some point as well. Johnny Stokes with well, as he always been, with James the whole way through. Scotty's just behind. And Carl moved out the way very nicely there. Oh, but does get in Scotty's way a little bit. Not intentionally, couldn't do much about it really. Yellow flags again, that's just getting Carl moved out of the way.
1.5 back now.
Oh, damage!
On who?
Who was that? I don't know. There was definitely damage on the floor. Was that some from
Oh, who's that round? Is that Lewis Williams or is that El Stefano again? I think that was... It's Rob. No, it's unlucky from Rob there. Rob has lost it.
Be careful.
Oh, be careful. Oh, yeah. Lewis navigates it well. And now the next person I think is Avi. It's either Avi or Erez. But nicely out of the way. I've learnt most of them, Gaz, to be fair. They're quite simple, but there's some I just can't be. I was saying like Anthony Noogs. And even like the 2 Mirabeaus.
So during all the traffic, James managed to pull out a tiny gap on Johnny Stokes.
I think Johnny made a mistake.
Moylan's cleared.
Because the gap went to like 1.5 seconds. And then caught up a little bit. Moylan, 6 seconds in front. I mean, the gap hasn't really come down. It did drop from like 4.4 to 6 quite quickly, but the last couple of laps, it's sort of stayed around that sort of mark. So, but I mean, Moylan can go into kind of a tyre conservation phase where he might be able to eke these out a little bit more to see what happens. I don't think anyone's going to undercut Moylan. Oh, getting a bit slidey as I said that. Johnny might want to think about doing something different. I think Johnny undercutting James would probably be the best bet for him to get in front.
I'm just watching the battle between Motti and Speedy. Speedy said to got a much better drive out of that final corner. He gained all of his place back. And
just a bit too far back.
Looking at the ERS, Motti is using up everything to try and stay with Speedy.
Yeah.
He's got, and Speedy ain't even using.
Yeah.
There will be a big enough gap between 5th and 6th soon for someone to undercut and drop into. There will be.
Yeah, very true.
The gap, as you can see there, look at that, 20 seconds on him and the car in front. So, gap to leader. Let's have a little look at gap to leader. Okay, so gap to leader. So
31 seconds back to Erez.
Moylan will fit into that gap quite perfectly.
Moylan can pick kind of whenever he wants to, and then fill up behind Avi, and kind of be able to just trundle along. Erez will actually probably be pitting soon anyway on those softs. And it's only the rest of them really. And here we go.
Oh, Motti's got past Speedy finally.
He has. What's happened to Speedy there?
Joe's made a mistake.
He's lost a bit of wing as well, missing his front wing end plate there. So that's unfortunate for Joe. So he's going to have to come in for a set, probably of medium tyres now. It's unfortunate. It's just so easy to clip your wing round here.
It really is. It really is.
Yeah. So the gap now between James and Johnny is now 1.7. So James has caught up a little bit to Moylan and pulled away a little bit from Johnny Stokes. So James finding a bit of pace. Not sure if Moylan's kind of just again just controlling the pace. Might be thinking about, like I said, tyre conservation. So the gap now from James to Johnny is now 2 seconds. Doesn't look like any damage on Johnny's car either.
Don't tell me Speedy hit down the wall there. I think Speedy might have clipped the wall on the way out.
On the way out.
Yeah.
His wing looks okay. It looks okay, but it could have a slight donk on it. We don't know. It's looking fine. I think he would have struggled. He would have struggled much more through Casino otherwise.
Yeah, as you can see on the track map, there's a huge gap that's opened up behind Al Jadifa.
Oh, Speedy almost clips the outside barrier coming through the hairpin there.
What was tyre life for the medium tyres? One stop, isn't it? It was medium to hard.
It's medium to hard. I think it's like 17, 18 laps, something like that, or maybe 15. Maybe it's like 15, and you go to hards to the end.
I'm gonna try and rewind.
Between 15 and 18, probably. It's just pretty much right to start, yeah. So James now has lost quite a bit of time to Moyland over the last lap. 6.6 seconds now the gap. Johnny Stokes has closed in, but not by much. 1.5 seconds. Scotty Harris is still keeping Johnny. I mean, Scotty's actually in prime position here. Scotty could really do some undercutting, and so El Stefano rear wing damage, kept spinning around and blocking the track, so I had to retire. Fair enough, El Stefano. Fair enough. It's good of you to retire, though. It's nice to know when people realise it's maybe not worth it.
It is a shame, though, obviously.
Oh, of course. We'd much rather have everybody in the race here. So, McDutch face there, after being lapped by, I think it was Avi. It was Avi indeed. So, Scotty Harris just getting into the second gap to Johnny Stokes. Johnny Stokes catching up with James. James dropped back loads from Moyland. I don't know if Moyland's just turned it up, thinking about maybe pitting soon. Gap's now 8.4 seconds. Don't see any damage on James's car. Is he struggling with his tyres?
Botty kind of got in the way there, the battle between Johnny Stokes and Scotty Harris. But not too much, but enough, I think.
Maybe that's why James dropped back. Maybe he had to navigate Motti. Much Dutch face there, Jeros. So Moyland's pitted.
12.
No, he hasn't. Oh, it's just a thing messing up.
Yeah, it's messing
He'll go back up soon. I wonder why everything was changed. I was like, what's going on here? So Moyland is still in the lead. Just wait for the time boards to catch up. Wait for Codemasters to sort their stuff out. And Erez is in the pits. So Erez, this will now open up a lot of the pit stops. I mean, the gap was already there anyway. But now Erez is pitted. That's going to give an even bigger gap now. So if we go to leader, the gap now back to 6th place Al Jadifa is 49 seconds. So that is a lot of time there for someone to think about pitting. Avi's in 5th and there's 16 seconds gap to Moylan. So the front, I mean, the 9 seconds gap from James to Moylan's the most shocking right now, I think.
Lap 18 for
lap 18, yeah.
One stop. One stop, and it's lap 15 for a 2-stop.
Okay.
I believe it'll be.
I did think those two laps rung a bell. I did say 18 and 15, didn't I?
Yeah. Yeah. So I believe you would watch them go to about 19, 20 laps before they come in for pits.
I think Moylan can stretch quite far. I generally feel like his tyres are probably alright. I mean, he's using. Looking at ERS on everybody, some people have proper caned their ERS. The only person that's got loads less is Al Jadifa, Erez, Jeros. Most people running further down the line actually have got quite a lot to play with.
Pit? Is that that must be for a new wing?
Well, it's 11 lap old pit, mediums, so it's definitely for a new wing. There it is right there being put on. Let's see now. So Scotty, 0.6 of a second behind Johnny Stokes. The gap between James in 2nd and Moyland in 1st is 10.2 seconds now. Moyland currently running away with this, as long as he can keep it off the barriers and facing the right way. So, Scotty Harris.
People's wing damages and stuff, making sure that no damage picked up along the way.
No penalties for the top 4 at the moment either.
Penalties are it's hard to get a penalty around here, because if you get a penalty, you're normally going to clip your wing. So it's kind of best.
Yeah, it is. I mean, yeah, the biggest one's probably the Nouvelle chicane, to be honest. Cutting that a few times. And maybe through swimming pool as well. So here they come up. We Rivage now. Scotty and Johnny Stokes coming, turning left through Massenet, down into Casino for Johnny. Can see Scotty behind him and James in front of him. It's like being like cornered by Helmut Marko and Christian Horner.
He's just the filling in a Red Bull sandwich.
He literally is.
Oh, Speedy's coming to the pits. I'm assuming that's for another new wing. Yep, it is.
Yeah.
New wing for him. He's going to put it back on the medium tyres. He can run mediums to the end now, basically, because he's done his both compound. But definitely struggling as you see Lewis there going past him. It should come out fair enough clean air, to be honest. But hats off to Joe, because obviously he's racing without, first time without a racing run and all that, and he's doing fairly well. Yeah,
I mean he's pretty much like
5. That's a bit harsh, man. 5 seconds for.
You jinxed him, man. He's doing pretty well. 5 second penalty. He's raced with like no assist for a while, but obviously the racing line was the thing he kept on. I think corners only, but now he's removed it obviously for this league, and he's doing alright. To be fair, Monaco is probably one of the harder tracks Oh, I mean, you can. It's probably kind of easy to learn the corners, but it's just a janky track in general, so.
It's not a track you want to sit down and study. Put it that way.
Oh no, definitely not.
Where's on board with Moylan? I think he's approaching more traffic ahead of him.
I was thinking of doing like a full onboard lap with Moylan here, but we might wait until he's coming up close to the line to start his next lap. Maybe he might clear. I think it's Carl. Might clear Carl and we can get a free lap.
Not many battles on track. Obviously, there's some cars that are stuck behind others because they've been lapped.
Well, this is the problem as well. It's so hard for you here. So Scotty Harris still the same gap between Johnny and Scotty. Oh, look at a little bit of a lock-up from Johnny there. So Moylan now coming through Raskas, through Anthony Noogs. Let's jump on board now. On board up with Moylan, coming down the straight, heading into Sandavot right now. Lovely, shifts it in there, nice and wide on the exit. Up Beau Rivage, left through Massenet, really wide corner there. Through Casino, I think that was actually a bit of a mistake. Unless he's just taken it easy to not wear out his tyres. Coming into Mirabeau 1. I'm just going to do Mirabeau 1, Mirabeau 2. Through the Hotel Chicane. Or Hairpin, sorry, Hotel Hairpin. And then through Mirabeau 2. Around Portier.
You just shut off now.
Running down through the tunnel.
Shut off, he knows all the names.
And not all of them. And then down here into the Nouvelle Chicane. Nicely navigated there, coming through to back right now. And then we could get even a bit more big-headed and come through Louis Chiron. And then the swimming pool. Heading down into Raskas. And then through Anthony Noogs right now. So that was one lap on board of Moyland. 11.7 seconds is his gap to second place at the moment. We'll probably be thinking about pitting soon, but I think he's taking it relatively easy. James Owl now holding steady in second place. Got up there from a fantastic start and pipping Johnny Stokes. And Scotty Harris now has taken third because Johnny Stokes has come in. So this is now probably going to start setting... Johnny needs a new front wing. That changes everything. Because with the undercut would have probably worked. He probably could have got James and Scotty, but knowing he needed a new wing, look at there's that Aston Martin car. Look at that beautiful safety car. Looks like it's squinting at me though. Give me the evils, but
it does. But he's going to come out in clean air though. That's the main thing.
He's going to come out in clean air on a set of softs, but that doesn't matter too much because that has definitely cost him big time having that wing change. Now we don't know if anyone else needs a wing. Someone else could have damaged theirs and it might be changing, we don't know. But James Owl's now released.
Dutch Face has done damage because there was yellow flags very briefly where he was. So
okay.
I'm not too sure if he's got damage, but you can't...
It's not visual, so we'll have to wait and see.
Just down board with a battle between Jero, but I think Jero's made a mistake, which has cost him. Here we go, Moylan into the pits. Where is he going to come out?
So, lap 19.
Should bring him out into fairly clean air.
I mean, he should come out. He should come out in front of Johnny. That will be his aim. He should definitely come out in front of Johnny. So James Owl now takes the lead of the race. Scotty Harris comes through into second. Moylan's coming out now and actually gets out in front of everyone. Person behind him. Yeah, no, that's all right. He's got the lap cars behind him, so that is pretty perfect. He's got a lot of traffic to navigate.
Dutch Face is out.
No! Where's he been it?
He has.
He's retired in the pits then. Maybe
he must have got damage.
Yeah, maybe he's thought, sack this off. Ain't nobody got time for that. As Avi sets a new fastest lap of the race at 112.4.
Well, no, I think Dutch Face could have probably pitted and still been out well ahead of his rival Speedy, but it does bring Speedy into the points.
It does. Good for Speedy. As he's coming through the swimming pool right now. Down into Raskas and Anthony Noogs.
More yellows, I think it's coming out the way again.
It is. Let's jump back with that. It is a car getting out of the way.
Algediva's into the pits.
Scotty Harris is still stuck behind them both though.
Oh.
I think it's
hang on 1 second.
I think it's Carl Frood and Rob.
No.
But
oh wait, Algediva's glitching. I don't know where he is.
Yeah, he says he's in the pits and now he's back on the straight again.
If you go on board, he's going up and down the pit lane.
Oh, Someone just it looked like he lost the. Oh, okay. It looked like he lost the wheel because he's now in the pits, but he's going backwards.
Yeah.
What? El Stefano.
He was kind of up and down the pit lane. What was it? What was that?
Well, everyone's. What the hell is this?
Is he still in the pit lane for you?
He is. His car's facing the right way now, at least.
Here we go. He's gone.
Here he comes. This game. It's the
Now
game
he's
that,
back on track.
and now he's on track coming through Mirabeau 1. What the hell?
That was really weird.
Lawrence Chubb, neither safety car to bunch everyone up. That would be a nice little thing. However, I feel like a few people would be well annoyed.
In now.
What has happened to Moyland? Oh no, he's going through back markers.
The game's just. I think the time is messed up.
It's messed up again, man. What the hell is this? So
damage again! Damage again!
For who?
Who was that? I don't know because the boards are messed up. I'm trying to find who it was.
That's Rob's just got some damage. Rob's running around with no wing. If it's the Williams.
I'm not too sure. Oh, got a crash from Al Jalifa. Al Jalifa's lost it.
Was it a crash, or is he going to just be like flying in space in a minute?
No, he definitely lost it because cars were avoiding him. So Al Jalifa lost some wing.
He has lost some wing there. So after just pitting in for that set of hards, he's now going to have to come back in the pits.
Rob's in the pits. It must have been Rob.
I mean, he's done a lap though, right? So Johnny Stokes with the fastest lap of the race now, behind Moyland. Let's see when it tells us the gap. 11 seconds, I reckon. So where did James? Okay. Oh, this timing screen, just fix yourself. This is ridiculous. So James is still out there on 20 lap old mediums. The only problem I'm seeing is why has it put Johnny a lap down? This game, man, how can it not even keep like...
It all fixed.
This is ridiculous, isn't it, though? Moylan's so close behind Scotty now, but obviously, will he be able to do anything? We don't know. I think Scotty might want to think about coming into the pits, because otherwise he's going to lose out big time to Johnny Stokes. Johnny Stokes on his soft set of tyres here, putting in some great lap times currently. So Moylan just needs to keep it nice and easy, actually. Although he will end up getting caught by Johnny unless Scotty kind of lets go. However, Johnny has gone on a set of softs, so it's he might have to. He's gonna have to probably come in again. I don't think they'll get to the end. Scotty's staying out again, and so is and.
What the? Oh no!
What kind of a? What's happened? What is this? James is in the pits. That's what's happened. But he keeps switching back and forth, back and forth. What is he doing?
My screen, on my screen, no.
This is sick.
That's happened to me with Al Jalifa, but on my screen, Scotty just ploughed into him on the straight.
Literally, he's just going back and like forward, backwards, forward, backwards, forward, backwards.
Yeah, it'll throw him out just past the casino.
So it's still telling me he's in the lead, but
the time board's messed up again.
What? It's telling me he's still. Yeah. Okay.
What
is this? Oh, and now the McLaren, I think of Johnny Stokes, who was doing it too as well. Jumping in and out on the old mini map.
Yeah, Stokes is out of the pits now.
Yeah,
he's on going up the hill.
So
he's got so much clear air ahead of him.
So he's decided to switch to another set of softs. That makes no sense. He just pitted in. I think Scotty's hoping for a safety car. Yeah, it's possible, and I mean, at the way some of these people are going, it's. Oh, I mean, he's still going to lose out, but not massively. And
James Hour penalty, first penalty for the top three. My timing board has completely screwed up now.
It's so messed up now. So messed up.
Not very funny, but it's hard to track cars anyway around Monaco because everyone gets lapped and stuff.
This is ridiculous.
To have this, it just now really throws us.
Yeah, it's absolutely savage.
There's yellow flags everywhere.
Yeah, it's like just a full course yellow going down right now. So Moylan, so Scotty Harris currently in the lead.
Chubb just said this game.
Yeah, I know.
Mate, this game is ridiculous.
100%. 100%.
But don't worry, lad. But don't worry, they've got a green safety car in there now.
Yeah. Oh, and they released Portimao. You can't race on it because the game's too bad. But the track's there.
Yeah. What else did they do? That was kind of pointless.
Release it in general.
True. Apparently they improved car performance.
Looks it.
Yep.
Maybe they need to stop worrying about the car performance and worry about the game performance.
Carl says you should try driving it.
Yeah.
Mate, we tried. What was it? Monaco was for us 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, I did finish. It wasn't fun. Yeah, I just went slow and
we weren't doing. I said we struggled with assists. Like these guys do it with no assists. It's hats off to you guys. As Scotty has finally pitted.
Yep.
Put on the hard tyres and a new wing to boot as well.
Ah, okay. That might have been why he was waiting.
Oh, soft tyres now.
If there's a safety car now. Yeah, it's saying softs for me.
It said hards and then it said softs.
So James out gets past Scotty. Avi, does Avi also get past Scotty?
Yeah, he does.
He does indeed. So Avi there, pipping Scotty. I think Scotty stayed out a bit too long there, lost a bit too much time. Johnny Stokes, however, after obviously pitting again for a set of mediums, is now going to be chasing down Scotty. So Avi there, fantastic. I mean, the problem is 7-lap old softs, they're not going to get to the end. So Avi's going to have to pit again, unfortunately.
There we go.
So
time and boards, you'll be pleased, are now correct.
Yeah,
I believe.
Looking pretty good. So it's kind of back to normal. Now Moyland in first, James in second, Avi's in third, slightly out of sync pit stop wise with a penalty. James Al has a penalty too. So actually, if Scotty stays penalty free, same with Johnny, if they can catch up to James, I mean, Scotty's gone for those soft tyres as well, and so Scotty on a set of softs, trying to go 14 laps on the softs. What do you reckon?
Not happening.
I mean, he extended quite a bit. It's possible. All he has to do is get close to James.
I think the softs can only last about
a fresh set of softs on slightly lower fuel load. Don't forget, he went very long in those mediums. He went very long.
I've seen more damage on the track. I'm not too sure who that was from. Might have been from Lewis Williams. He's now in the pits on 10-lap hold, so I'm assuming that's a new wing. And he just jumped by these two drivers.
That's it. Currently on board with Jeros or Jero.
Yeah, new wing
on the soft tyres. 17-lap old softs. That kind of confirms it for
okay, 1 second.
For Scotty though.
Speedy's in the wall.
Speedy's in the wall. Speedy in the wall. Speedy in the wall. Speedy in the wall.
Is he in the wall?
Yeah, he's in the wall. Yeah. He's lost his wing. He's reversing, and he's just come past. That was in Sandervot as well. So he's got a whole absolute killer lap in front of him.
I'm not too sure what happened there because I was on board, but I don't know what happened.
He obviously he's outbroken.
Because I also saw who was the car in front of him. He was chasing Carl. I saw Carl was kind of stopped.
Carl's just
Speedy,
everywhere.
what the fuck was that? Speedy hit Carl. Speedy hit Carl.
Ah, okay.
That's what it was. So it's Carl, did Carl get damage? I think he's got damage.
So Avi is right up the backside of James Al now.
Yeah,
those
Carl's
soft
damage.
tyres still working nicely. So Carl's got in plate damage. I mean, 10-lap old mediums, the gap, it's not worth him coming in. He needs to try and stick it out here.
No, he can't. It's too bad. The wing damage is too bad. He needs to come in. It's the whole end plate he's lost. It's quite a big yellow.
So much time though.
No, he's staying out. He's staying out. I think.
Yeah,
I think he should have come in.
I don't know though.
I think he should have come in.
No, but he's going to be in last
Joe
row if he does that.
Joe's crashed. Joe's crashed.
Oh,
this
yeah.
Could be a safety car.
Yeah, that's through just through the exit to back. Coming through Sharon. That's unlucky for Joe.
You can see the car.
Is it going to be a safety car?
Be careful because there is a car. There is a car. There we go. He's right in
back out of it.
Right on the racing line.
So I think it's Al Jadifa next. Be careful, Al Jadifa coming through to back. Well done. It's cleared now. So everyone is free. Man?
This game is ridiculous. That should have been a safety car. I've saved all the safety cars we've seen in this game. That are safety car that shouldn't be on. And then this one, I don't know. Well, that should be I don't know. That shouldn't be safety cars, but are. And then this one, it's just
I think Avi's going to try and go to the ends, you know. He's all over the back of James Al as well. 9 laps old. We're talking about, I mean, who was it done loads of laps? I think it was Al Jadifa, like 18 laps on his softs. I mean, Avi could do the same sort of thing. So we could see Avi try and go to the end. He's got putting pressure on James Al now. Scotty is, however, catching up. Scotty will be going to the end on those softs as well. Johnny Stokes setting a new fastest lap of the race with a 1:11.5.
WWRL says safety cars don't come out over Monaco. Yeah, you can tell us.
Wait, no, didn't we have 2 when we raced? Did we have 2 when we raced?
We had none.
Did we have none when we raced?
We should have had about 7. No, we had nothing. We should have had about 7.
Hazards off the job, boys.
Botty's in the pits. I don't think that's a new wing. It's a strategy change. So there we go. Onto the soft tyres. He's got a big enough gap, so he might as well. Off to the end.
Yeah, that's it. So Avi all over the back of James, but again, nothing that Avi can really do about it. And Scotty is coming up to the back of Avi as well. So James is just doing exactly what he needs to. Moyland out in front currently, 17 seconds or 17 and a half seconds of gap back to James.
On board now with Lewis chasing down Carl. Battle for the wooden spoon. And Algeria
Oh
in the
no!
pits.
Did Avi just hit the wall? Avi's hit the wall, and now Scotty's gone through. So now I think Avi will have to pit, and that's going to cost him. He's lost a bit of wing. He's lost his end plate.
End plate.
He has lost a bit of end plate. He's hitting the barriers on the straight. So now Scotty's released and chasing down James out. Now, is Scotty fast enough with enough traction to maybe do a cheeky run? And James out actually let Scotty go. Maybe he's thinking.
Like I said, we had no VSC either. No VSC.
To be fair, I don't really remember. I was too busy just trying not to hit the barrier. So James has let Scotty go. Scotty's got.
Carl's also let Lewis through as well.
Okay.
Carl's now in the pits. Carl can't do his wing damage anymore. I don't blame him.
Yeah, I mean, slight wing damage around here is absolutely brutal. So I'm not surprised.
So Avi, I'm assuming we're coming to the pits as well. He will lose a place to Johnny Stokes, but he'll keep 5th because Erez is too far back to do anything about it.
He's going to do too much time.
A chance of Hobo coming out. What?
But that's not a very good analogy there, Gaz, because Hobo came out ages ago.
Yeah, man. I finished Monaco. There you go. Average.
I mean, you did do less laps though.
I did a lot less laps, but I finished with points. But it annoyed me, man. Like I could have got. I was on pace for fucking third.
Yeah.
I had to pace for third, but I just couldn't go around back keeping my wing intact. Oh wait, Carl crashed. Someone's crashed. Al Jadifa.
Everyone's looking alright.
There was the yellow flags where Al Jadifa was, and it looked like he was stopped. Looks like he's okay though.
Yeah, it looks like he's alright. Carl's looking fresh as well. So
Yeah,
James Al has released Scotty Harris. The gap's 17.4 seconds. So the gap is coming down, but is it going to come down quick enough? That's the question. He needs some savage laps. Like we're talking 2 seconds quicker a lap here. I mean, James also has a penalty. Maybe that was his thinking behind it. James having that penalty. It's probably quite a smart move from him, to be honest. He just needs to try and hold on to that third spot over Johnny Stokes, who's catching up on those medium tyres. So Avi's still in 5th after all of that, so it's not too big a deal.
No, not too bad. He's still got quite a big gap between him and Erez as well.
Yeah, it's not bad. And then Motti there. Motti's just too far behind. I mean, he's the only person that doesn't have penalties. Like in that, he's literally smack bang in the middle almost of everybody else. But he's just a bit too far back.
Lovely clean air in front of him.
Yeah, but unfortunately he's got his teammate who's the position in front of him coming up behind him.
Yep.
So, Scotty's now hitting a bit of traffic. This is going to slow down his assault on Moyland.
Oh, Avi's in the pit again. Avi got more damage.
Oh no. And this could
still bring him out ahead of Erez though.
Yeah, no, he's going to get out in front of Erez quite easily. That is unlucky there. So Erez is coming through Raskas and Anthony Nukes now.
But it opens up Johnny for a fast lap attempt because he can now pit safely and stay where he is.
That is true. But I think
Johnny right now.
Johnny's going to stay behind James. Yeah, Johnny's not going to be the.
Oh
he's
yeah,
going to get the
penalty,
position from James. Yeah, he's going to try and put pressure on James and. Let's have a quick look see at the. I don't usually like doing this, but let's have a quick look see at the penalties. 6 seconds for James, and then 3 seconds apiece for Avi and Erez. 6 seconds for Jero. 3 seconds for Al Jadifa, Rob and Lewis, and 6 seconds for Carl Frood.
So really, Jero then can go fast lap because he's got nothing to gain really.
WWRL F1. I think James let Scotty pass. Yeah, no, James definitely he let Scotty past, so Johnny didn't catch him both. But also, I think. James having that penalty probably made up his mind a bit sooner, knowing that he was going to drop back there anyway. No point sacrificing them both, was there? So good play by James.
Yeah, I definitely expect some cars coming for a pit fast lap, which could potentially bring some more DNFs.
Well, yeah, I mean it's possible.
Very easy to make a mistake. I'm still on board with Jero, man, because he's really catching up to the back of Erez on those fresh set of softs.
Yeah, it's just whether he can make them work for the overtake.
What is the fastest lap so far? Let's have a look. Fastest lap is held by Johnny Stokes on a 1:11.5.
Yeah.
To be precise, 1:11.563. 11.563. So if you guys are going for it, that's what you need to go for.
I mean, Johnny Stokes now currently...
Everyone from up on top 4 has been lapped.
Yeah. Yeah, to be fair, the top 4 have been relatively close. I mean, Moylan's been out there, pulling away out in front, but the rest of them have been very, very close.
And also, I've got to say, only 4 DNFs in this race. Hats off to you guys. Fantastic driving. I think we had 4 finishes around Monaco for our race.
Yeah, we did, didn't we? Yeah.
Or something like that. Gaz would know. Gaz, how many finishes did we have in Monaco?
Oh no, it's more than that. It was more than that. It was about 6 or 8.
Oh, yeah, it was more than that, yeah. Because I think I got a couple of points.
I came 6th.
Didn't get many. Erez under attack massively there from Gero as they approach the swimming pool, but I think Erez must have some damage.
I think Erez got some damage. Yeah, Geros is looking much quicker. We could see a move done through. It doesn't, unfortunately. You still got to make it work, but I mean, maybe a move into Sandavot.
Yeah, it's got to be. Look at it's the pace now. You're going to see the pace difference, and there we go. It should get him alongside.
Try and go. Oh,
he broke early there.
I mean, Erez did kind of.
For it.
Nah, Erez cut across him. Went back to the braking line. Coming through Massenet into Casino. Got about 5 laps left now for Gero to try and get this move done. Could actually maybe eye him up into Mirabeau 1.
He needs to get the move done and then get 3 seconds on him if he wants a chance of keeping that position.
Yeah, yeah.
As Carl's coming to the pits, probably that might be for a new wing or it's a fast lap attempt maybe. And again, has Al-Jatifa got stuck again? Al-Jatifa's definitely struggling there. He definitely stopped there again. Definitely was a complete standstill for a moment.
So Johnny now right on the back of James. Oh, gets a bit twitchy though. Coming out of Portier, coming through the tunnel now. And Johnny was like 2 tenths behind. He's dropped back a little bit after that little bit of a wiggle. But James Al now going to have to soak up all of this pressure. Even with the penalty, he's not going to want to lose out on track. Through to back, into Chiron, through the swimming pool section, heading down into Raskas now for James and Johnny. Oh no! And James has gone really, really deep. Oh, and Johnny couldn't quite capitalise on it there. But this could set Johnny up nicely going into Sandavot. Is he going to be quick enough? Is he going for a lunge? James is going to cover him off. Johnny looks for the outside. Oh, but nice defending there by James. But Johnny's still all the way up now. By Ravage. Down through Massenet. Johnny takes a very wide line. And they're coming through Casino. And I think James has managed to hold him off. Unless they're going to try and go down into Mirabeau 1. But James again putting that car exactly where it needs to be.
Just shows you how much you're going to defend on this track.
Oh, it just shows you, yeah. I mean, the thing is, the car is almost as wide as the track as it is, so it's so hard to get put through Johnny. 2 side by side. Hang on.
Gero's crashed. Gero's lost it. Oh, that's unfortunate.
He has on the Nouvelle chicane
through Nouvelle.
And now he's going to have James and Johnny coming up behind him, and it's going to be tricky for these two. These two are fighting it out. Johnny Stokes literally 2 tenths of a second behind James now. We're coming into the final, like 3 laps of the race as well. What is Johnny going to try and do? What can he do on those quick and medium tyres? Oh no, and James has done it again. Oh no, through Raskas he's gone wide. And did he clip the barrier? No physical damage that I can see, but it's possible. So all of that defending just to come undone again at Raskas, that's what cost him in the last race. Although not going to affect the outcome. I will say Johnny, with his no penalties, was going to pit James out anyway. But
this could open the door up for now James to make this pit stop for fastest lap.
I mean, yeah, he could do that.
50-second gap. He could easily come in for a set of softs, go fastest lap. What's he got to lose?
Well, DNFing.
Unless he crashes. The Gero's coming to the pits for a new set of softs, so he possibly can go in for fastest lap. Remember, it's 1:11.5 if you guys do want to go for it. We have Motti, also a huge gap on 7-lap old softs. He can come into pit. Al-Jatifa probably won't because he's got chased down by Rob Sim Racer.
Yeah. I mean, Scotty Harris has been on a charge against Moyland, but in between, obviously, some of the some of the back markers and whatnot, or some of the lapped cars, it's going to be hard for Scotty. Hasn't really made the inroads I thought he may. Did get the gap down to within 15 seconds, but it's now back up to 16. Moylan taking it relatively nice and easy on these hard tyres. Hasn't actually put a foot wrong all race so far.
Fantastic drive from these guys, man. It's ridiculous. Like, it's 12 cars to finish. It's brilliant. There we go. So currently it's all calmed down now. All the gaps are fairly massive. Considering the only thing that can change it is a crash from someone.
Yeah.
Jero so far not able to set a fastest lap, 2 seconds slower than his best. We'll need to push a lot more if he wants any chance of fastest lap. It's basically impossible for him now to catch Jerez.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, here we go. Jero is now up. Purple sector 1. 6 tenths faster than his current time. Or than the actual time.
Let's see what Jero can do. Sector 3, yellow flag. No, is that Lewis or Rob? It's Lewis. Lewis is around. That is pretty gutting for Lewis, actually. Lost it at the swimming pool section. Is now coming through Raskas. Doesn't look like he's got any damage though, so he can continue on. Like the trooper he is. Go on, Lulu. You got this.
But this is where Rob can actually now come in the pit for extra lap. Another purple sector for Jero.
Yeah.
As he goes through the final
Raskas,
chicane.
coming into Anthony Nuge, I think it is. Down the straight now. Is he going to do it?
Yes, he is.
He is going to do it. 110.9. So Jero there with the fastest lap of the race, picking up that extra point, taking that extra point away from Johnny. I don't think Johnny will care. I'll tell you what though, Johnny's picked up a penalty.
Oh, he has. He has, so all that battling. But look at the gap he's pulled out from James. It won't affect him.
I mean, to be fair, it is...
Oh, so
Scotty. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, coming up to the final lap, I mean, Scotty's pretty safe. Johnny is... not really catching Scotty either. Oh, Lewis Williams with the corner cutting, you naughty, naughty boy. Cutting a Nouvelle chicane, was it? I reckon. Dutch and McDutch face, worst race ever. Monaco is always the worst race ever, man. 100%.
Monty's in the pits. He's going for it. Monty's going for it.
Can you want to see the penalties?
I'm not sure
no
if he
problem,
can though, because it's on the final. We're now on the final lap of the race.
Yeah, he can't now. So there's the penalties. You've got Scott Harris on 3 seconds, Johnny Stokes on 3, James Owl on 6, Avi and Erez on 3, Jero on 6, Al Jadifa on 3, Rob on 6, Lewis Williams on 8, and Cole Frood on 6 as well. So let's jump on board fully with Moyland as he's now coming through the Nouvelle chicane. I'll leave the penalties up for everybody to have a quick look-see. Coming through to back now, and then Sharon.
Yeah, Moyland, literally.
Moyland, give us a wave if you can hear us. Give us a wave. A donut.
Put a foot wrong.
No, Moyland. See what happens when you don't spin out, mate. See what happens when you don't spin out. Fantastic race from Moyland. Controlled from start to finish. And there we have it. Moyland crossing the line to take the win, and well deserved, I would say. As this is happening, we've got Scotty Harris coming through Raskas. Hobo, who is your driver of the day?
Moyland, probably. 100% Moyland. He didn't put a foot wrong the whole race. Fantastic driving. Everyone that's finished there's got a pat on the back for them. Ridiculous.
Johnny Stokes, and then James Owl now coming through the swimming pool section, heading into Raskas. It would have been a good shout for James Owl, but I think Moyland just hasn't put a foot wrong the whole race. So I think for me, Moyland is the driver of the day. As Lawrence Chubb, masterclass from... Yeah, I completely agree. It was a masterclass from Moyland. Absolute control of the race from start to finish. I don't think you can ask for more than that. So fantastic.
Nah, definitely not.
Not actually a completely shocking Monaco race. Probably the best one I've commentated on. I mean,
shocking in regards to the game.
Oh yeah,
and all the issues we had with the game. But racing, fantastic.
Gotta love.
I don't put anything wrong with these guys. These guys, I don't expect anything less. These give us great races every time we've watched them. I want to give a special shout out as well to Motti, another driver without any penalties. So well done to Motti as well.
Dutchy McDutchface, Moyland was very lucky today. If I was only 2 seconds quicker in quali, I would have got him. That's it, McDutchface. I mean, only 2 seconds. Only 2 seconds, man. You were so close. Moyland,
Yes.
I didn't spin! Exclamation mark! Exclamation mark! Well done, Moyland. You absolutely smashed it today. So here we have it, guys. First place, Moyland. Second place, Scott Harris. Third place, Johnny Stokes. Fourth place, James Owl. Unlucky from James, actually. Fantastic race. Fifth place, Avi. Sixth place, Erez. Seventh place, Jero. Eighth place, Motti Peretz. Ninth place, Al Jadifa. 10th place, Robson Racer. So there are all your point scoring places
and
there.
An extra point as well for
extra point for
Jero there as well.
For the fastest lap. 11th, Lewis Williams. 12th, Carl Frood. 13th, Speedy. 14th, Dutchface. 15th, El Stefano. And 16th, Booker Bronco. So, I mean, so James had to be in fuel saver mode last 6 laps, gambled on an SE but never came. That's unlucky, man. To be fair, James, you smashed it in all fairness off the line, getting up into second position. And it was just, yeah, I guess a bit unlucky, really. I think a couple people tried to bank on a safety car, which didn't happen. Unfortunate, but great race from yourself, James. Cohen, good race considering this is Monaco. Exactly that, to be honest. Wasn't that bad. So, I mean, I mean, we've had some shockers in Monaco. If it was a different track, this race, and if it was like this, would have been fantastic. But it wasn't bad from a Monaco, so fair play to these guys. GG though, guys, and great commentary. Thank you, James, very much.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, so well done to everybody who raced. Well done, Moyland, Scotty, and Johnny for the podium. And again, well done, James.
I will give a quick shout out, actually. Obviously, guys, I know we do run. Most of you guys know we run our own league as well. We've just opened a Saturday league. We've currently got one full tier. If you guys do want to take part, do join us. We've got a lot of familiar faces in the race, and it's going to be a complete alternative setup as well. Alternative calendar, alternative everything. Formats all different. It's not going to be the same humdrum season. So do come free, check it out. If you want more details, message us in the Discord, and we'll send you the links and information about that. But it's going to be Saturdays at 9 o'clock UK time, and we're looking forward to it because it's going to be something that's completely different to what we're used to seeing.
It is indeed. We've done it's been something that's been in the making for about 3 months now, and finally a day managed to open up where we could slot it into. So we thought of something a bit out of the box, hopefully that people will enjoy. Pretty much one full tier almost already as well. So if you want any more information, feel free to message myself, who's Nevo, or Hobo on Discord. Also DXT Ferret, who's also on Discord. You can also message him for information. But next week is Monza, so I'm actually looking forward to Monza.
Yeah,
one thing with this league I will say is it never disappoints really. Like even Monaco, generally like usually Monaco I will pull a sickie for. Generally I'd be coming down with something like ingrown toenail, anything. Like genuinely I hate it. But these guys never disappoint. It made it relatively tolerable. So thank you guys for putting on a decent show. Mrs. Carl, great commentary, guys. Smashed it again. I really enjoyed it. Thank you, Mrs. Carl. Much appreciated. James, I don't know how I got 6 seconds of pens. Only a 3 warning, so that should be 3 seconds by. Yeah, to be honest, James, I saw you on 3, and then next time I looked, you were on 6 or something. So that was kind of weird. I don't remember seeing it pop up again for yourself. But yeah, so I have been your host, DXT Nevo, with my lovely assistant, DXT Hobo. Thank you everybody for joining and watching the stream. Hope you enjoyed the commentary. We will be back next Monday from 8:30 again for Monza, and I reckon it's worth tuning in for that one because I reckon that might be a bit of a doozy. That's definitely a better track on the game. So yeah, thank you everybody for watching, and good night.